So welcome to everybody joining live, extra points, especially in the new year. Welcome to everybody joining on demand or on the recording. Today we're going to start, as I like to start, on our backs. So please make your way down to your mat. Make sure that you have a really nice, comfortable mat. So if you've got a thin mat, a hard floor, put a blanket on there, put a towel on there, just make it comfortable and cozy for yourself. And we're just going to take a couple of seconds to transition into the workout this morning. So supporting yourselves to come onto your backs, bending your knees, snuggling your shoulder blades into the mat. Just taking a couple of seconds to maybe close your eyes and notice how your body is feeling this morning. It's an opportunity to just slow down our breath, or just to become aware of our breath in this position. That's it. And just, rather than trying to change your breath at the minute, just being aware of it. And if you notice it's quite shallow up in the chest area, we're just going to work on sending that breath a little bit deeper, sending it down into the belly if possible. So taking another minute here before we get started, just to let the body settle. Let the shoulders fall open and notice how you're feeling this morning. That's it. And taking the heel of your hands now, I want you to place them on your hip bones. So just place the heel of the hands on the hip bones. You want to take those middle fingers and point them down towards your pubic bone, and just let your thumbs kind of draw towards each other. So we've got the outline of a diamond or a triangle. And you want to think about rocking your pelvis forward and back. Now notice how your lower back responds to this, but you're bringing your fingers above your thumbs and then your thumbs above your fingers. So you're just rocking the pelvis forward and back this morning, noticing how you're feeling. And then you're going to find that sweet spot somewhere in the middle. Now the idea is for the triangle to be flat, not flat as in a flat tummy, but the idea is that your hip bones are level, and you could place a cup of water on your tummy and it wouldn't fall over your chest or over your legs. Now that is highly unlikely, but just do what you can. So you're trying to find that sweet spot in the middle where your hip bones are level. If that gets into your lower back, you are welcome to tuck your tailbone and soften the lower back towards the mat. Find a position that works for you. From here, we're going to think about our breath. So if you're comfortable to place a hand on the lower belly, please do. Otherwise, just keep your hands long by your sides. We're going to take a breath in through the nose. And maybe you notice the belly rise. As you exhale, we're going to exhale through softly pursed lips. Maybe feeling the belly soften down away from your hand. Breathing in through the nose. Maybe feeling the belly rise. As you exhale, feel that softening of the lower belly, softening and falling down as the front body meets the back body. Just two more like that, breathing in. And breathing out, letting the belly soften down between the hip bones. Really well done. This time we're going to think about the pelvic floor. As we breathe in, you're going to relax the pelvic floor, and as you breathe out, you're going to gently draw up through the pelvic floor and feel the muscles of the lower abdominals wrapping around. So we're going to do that together. So you're going to breathe in and just relax the belly, relax the pelvic floor. As you breathe out, gently from the base of the pelvis, drawing up really gently and feeling those muscles of the lower abdominals wrap around, drawing you in side to side, front to back. And then inhale to let it go. Exhale, gently drawing up and wrapping those muscles, gathering in those lower abdominals. Two more times, breathing in, letting it go, relaxing the pelvic floor. Breathing out, drawing gently up and in. Now we're going to keep that engagement of the pelvic floor and the lower belly throughout the session, about 30%, only while you're doing the exercises. When we're not doing the exercises, just relax. So just keeping that gentle engagement, we're going to send our breath into the ribs. And you want to think about that 360 breath, the front to side, the back of the ribs. So lobster clawing your fingers, take your thumb and your forefinger, draw it around your rib cage, and we're going to take a breath in. See if you can feel the ribs expand into your thumb and your forefinger. Breathing in. And breathing out, feeling the ribs drawing down and in. 2 more like that, breathing in. And breathing out. Well done. This time really focus on that thumb at the back, breathing in. And breathing out. And then relax everything, just let the legs fall side to side in a windshield wiper. Really good. And then we're going to get started. So if you forget everything that we just did, do not worry. I want you to just focus on keeping the body as stable as you can through these movements. Okay, so bringing your feet so they're hip distance apart, your knees are tracking your toes. Again, snuggle those shoulder blades into the mat. Interlacing your hands, you're going to bring them behind your head. You're going to lift your head up, have a look at your legs, make sure they're in that 11 shape so they're not too wide. And then rest your head down a little bit further up your mat so that you're lengthening through the back of your neck. Now, play with your foot position. We're going to go into a pelvic curl. If your feet are too far away from your bottom, that's going to get more into your hamstrings. If they're too close, it's going to get more into the quads. So you want to, again, find that sweet spot. We're going to inhale to prepare. We're going to exhale, tuck our tailbones, soften our lower backs into the mat. Think about that core connection, press into the feet and slowly peel off vertebra by vertebra, coming into our first bridge. Your shoulders are in line with your knees. Make sure your inner thighs are drawing towards each other to activate those inner thighs. You're going to inhale at the top, exhale, float back down, softening the chest. Well done. Inhale to prepare, exhale, slowly rolling up. Active glutes, make sure those hip bones are level. Inhale to hold, exhale to soften and roll back down. Let's go again. Inhale, prepare, exhale, tuck your tailbones, soften that lower back into the floor, slowly rolling up. Inhale at the top, thinking about lengthening tailbone to the back of the knees. Exhale, soften back down. Amazing job, everybody. 2 more. This time you're welcome to bring your arms up with you if that feels good for you. Inhale at the top, exhale, soften your chest and roll back down. Well done. Last one. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, tucking your tailbone, softening the lower back, pressing into the feet, activating those glutes. Inhale at the top, exhale to roll back down. Amazing job. So far, so good. And rather than rolling up, we're now going to lift up. So I want you to place your palms down on the floor, snuggle those shoulders into the mat. You're going to inhale, prepare, exhale, press into the feet and lift up. Again, those knees are drawing in. Inhale, down, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, your gaze is at the ceiling. Exhale, lift, make sure there's nothing under your head. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift for 5. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and relax back down. Well done. And you can take a windshield wiper or do anything you wish. Rock side to side. Well done. Now we're going to go back up into our bridge. So just lifting up, finding that stability in your bridge position. And finding a position where you can hold. If your lower back is uncomfortable, maybe you just want to roll up and roll back down rather than hold. So from here, we're going to lift one heel off the floor, place it back down. Inhale, lift the other heel, place it back down. So we're just lifting our heels rather than our legs. That's it, lift and lower, lift and lower. Keeping that stability through the center of the body. Lift and lower, 4 more, lift and lower. If you want to add on, float those arms up, palms facing in. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last 2. Lift and lower. Squeeze that bum. And relax back down. Relax the arms. Again, windshield wiper side to side. Well done, everybody. We're going to add on one more time. Again, feel free to just roll up and roll down if it's not working for you to stay up. We're going to lift up one more time. Really press into the feet to engage those glutes, grounding through the feet. Now this time you can continue lifting one heel and then the other, or you can press into that left foot, float the right leg to tabletop, place the right leg back down, press into the right foot, float the left leg to tabletop. So this is an option, marching our legs and really anchoring through that foot that is on the floor, keeping those hips lifted, finding your breath, lots going on. Really good, thinking about stability through the body. Those ribs knitting together on the front of the body, that's it. Well done, got 6 more. Float the arms up if you want a bit of an extra challenge this morning. If you don't, don't. Really good. You're nearly there. If your back starts to ache, come down. Well done, 2 more. Keep breathing. That's it. And slowly float the arms down and relax back down. Extend your legs. Corpse pose. My favourite. So palms facing up, legs relaxed. Take a second to just look over one shoulder, release the neck, look over the other shoulder. Well done, looking over one shoulder, looking over the other shoulder. Taking your time, never pushing any movement with your neck. Coming back to centre, soften chin to chest, feel length through the back of the neck, then draw a line with the nose towards the ceiling, just nodding the head forward and back. Well done. And then coming back again to that sweet spot somewhere in the middle, you're going to bend the legs. Now this time we're going to come into a butterfly position, so you're going to bring your feet together, knees wide. If that's not comfortable, you can slide your feet away from you. You're going to interlace the hands, bring them behind the head, leave the thumbs long to cradle your neck, that's it. And from here you can either stay in that neutral spine where your hip bones are level, you may have a gap underneath your lower back, or you can tuck your tail and soften the lower back to the mat. So just find what works for you. We're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, soften chin towards your chest and float up, keeping your elbows wide in your peripheral vision. Inhale back down, exhale to rise up, inhale back down, and you're thinking about sliding ribs into hips. Notice if you're doming in the belly, you want that belly softening down as you float up. That's it, exhale to float up, keeping those elbows wide, looking through your legs. Inhale back down. That's it, you got 4 more. Exhale, soften chin towards your chest, looking through your legs. Inhale back down. Notice if your belly is pushing up, you want it to soften down as you come up on that exhale. Really think about gently drawing up through the pelvic floor, those muscles wrapping around, gathering in as you roll up. 2 more. Last one, you're going to come up and we're going to pulse if you're able to, making sure your head feels supported, coming up to about the shoulder tips. Going to pulse for 8, 7. You can reach those arms forward if your neck is comfortable, or you can support your head with one hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax back down. Well done. Extend your legs. Corpse pose one more time. Really, really nice. Well done, everybody. And then we're going to just do our reach and roll and then go back to our chest lift. So bending your knees, placing your feet flat on the mat. You're going to have your arms wide in a T shape, palms facing up to the ceiling. You're going to take your left hand and you're going to draw it across your body all the way to meet the right hand. And let the legs come with you, keeping your head on the floor. Come back through center and reach, drawing that right hand across the body to meet the left. This is just called a reach and roll, waking up the rib cage, letting those hips follow you when they want to. Just one more on each side. Well done. Amazing job. Coming back to center, interlacing your hands one more time behind your head. Well done. And again, coming into your butterfly stance. So we are going to just add on a little bit here. You're going to inhale to prepare. We're going to do 8 reps, 8 pulses, and then hold. Inhale to prepare, exhale. Really think about drawing up through the pelvic floor, gathering in. Inhale, relax back down. Exhale to float up. Inhale, relax back down. That's it, well done. This is 3. Keeping those elbows wide, not pulling the head, using those tummy muscles. Your neck muscles are also working, but make sure your head feels fully supported by your hands. That's it. You're not pulling the neck, you're not drawing the elbows towards each other, keeping those elbows wide, softening chin towards your chest. 3 more. And 2. And when you're going to pulse for 8, 7. You can support the head or you can draw the arms in front. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax back down. And we're going to do a windshield wiper, drawing the legs side to side. Well done. One more little bit for the lower abdominals. This time head is on the floor. And then we're going to move on to our sides. So again, just snuggling the shoulder blades, making sure you're really comfortable. Find that neutral pelvis where your hip bones are level, or that imprint where you're tucking your tail, softening the lower back into the mat. From here, keeping everything nice and stable, inhale the right leg to tabletop, exhale down. Inhale left leg to tabletop, exhale down. Keeping everything stable, inhale and exhale. Movement coming from the hip and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Stay there, or we're going to change the legs in the air. So you're going to exhale, switch. Exhale, switch. And again, your belly might want to push up as you're switching your legs. I want you to exhale and really think about gathering that lower belly in. Not bringing tension into the shoulders, into the jaw. Switching in the air. If it doesn't work for your back, lifting one leg at a time. Your gaze is up at the ceiling. You can float the arms up if you need a little bit more destabilizing. That's it, well done. 4, 5, and 4, we're nearly there. And 3, well done. And 2, and 1. And if everybody could float their legs or their arms up towards the ceiling, we're going to come into a dead bug. Now you are welcome to keep your feet on the floor, or if you're able to, you can bring both legs to tabletop. Entirely up to you. As you inhale, you're going to extend the arms overhead and extend your right leg away, hovering your right leg off the floor. Exhale, draw back to center. So your feet they're on the floor, same thing. Inhale, extend the arms overhead, extend one leg away. Exhale, draw back to center, and so on and so forth. Keeping the center of the body stable. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Your gaze is at the ceiling. Inhale to open the body. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Notice if you're moving side to side or front to back, you want to keep the center of the body fully stable. So you might want to bring the leg more on a diagonal if it feels too much to hover it along the floor. Well done. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. Exhale to close for 3. On each side. Well done, you're doing great. So your feet can be on the floor, extending one leg away, drawing back in, extending the other leg away, drawing back in. One more on each side, wherever you're at. Last time. Well done. We're going to go straight into supine twist. So opening the arms out, palms facing up. You're either on your tiptoes, squeezing your knees together, or you're in tabletop position. We're going to inhale, draw the legs to the left, keeping your shoulder blades on the mat. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, turn in, rotate to the right. Exhale, back to center. Inhale to the left. Exhale, back to center. Now your legs can be in tabletop. Inhale, rotate, shoulder blades on the mat. Exhale, draw back to center, gaze is at the ceiling. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, back to center. You can add on by extending the top leg. Exhale, back to center, or extending both legs. Exhale, back to center. If you're on the floor, same thing, extending one leg. Exhale, back to center, extending the other leg. Exhale, back to center, or just keeping the knees together, legs bent. 2 more on each side. Inhale, rotate. exhale back to center, inhale, rotate, exhale back to center, last time. If your shoulder blades are lifting up, you're going too far. Well done indeed, and relaxing the legs down, and again little windshield wiper, let the legs fall side to side. Really nice job, and then very slowly you're going to roll onto your side and come up to have a little look at the next position. So you're doing really well. Oh my goodness, the time goes so quickly with you guys. It's like 5 to 7, what is going on? So we're going to do a little clam because it's only fair at this time of the year. I want us to prop up. If your wrists are unhappy and this doesn't feel safe for you, come down onto your forearm, but just make sure that you create length there, that you press the ground away and you're not kind of collapsing here. Otherwise, you're going to stack your knees and your hips. So bring one leg on top of the other. Your knees are about 45 degrees out from the hip. Your feet are stacked. So you're either in that forearm or you're up in that nice clam position. All we're going to do is open that top leg and close. You want to think about not collapsing, you are pressing away. Open and close. That's it, open. And what you're not doing is kind of leaning back. You're keeping your hips stacked. Open and close. Well done. For 5 and 4. Well done. And 3 and 2 and 1. Well done. Now, I didn't cue breath there because I want you to think about how you'd like to breathe for that. Do you want to inhale to open, exhale to close? However you're breathing, just syncing up the breath with the movement. Now we're going to do one more set. Your options are to stay here, lifting and lowering, or we can lift up. So the lower knee stays on the mat, but we're lifting our hips as we come into that clam and back down. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. If that's not available to you, lift and lower as you were doing. Let's go for 6. That's it, up and down. So I like to inhale to lift and open, exhale to close. Inhale to lift and open. If this is not for you, don't do it. Stay with that clam opening and closing. Inhale to lift, exhale to float back down. 2 more. Inhale to lift, exhale to float back down. Last time. Really well done. And then doing a little counter stretch. Beautiful job. And then swizzling the legs. I need a new name for swizzle. Hopefully you know what I mean. So you're either propped up on the forearm or on the wrist. If your wrists are happy, you're not collapsing in the side body, you're pressing the ground away. Hips are stacked. Let's go. We're going to open and close. So I quite like to inhale to open, exhale to close. Inhale to open. Notice which leg feels more flexible or more mobile in this position. You've got more space. Well done. I feel a lot tighter on the other side, so just noticing and being aware of that. I also notice I'm collapsing, so I'm going to press the ground away. 3, 2, well done. Last time. Really nice. I'm going to do one more set straight away, or we're going to lift up and lower back down. So you're either lifting up, pressing into that bottom knee, coming back down, or we're opening and closing. Opening and closing, or lift and lower back down. 3 more, lift and lower back down. Just 2 more, lift and lower back down. Last time, lift and lower. Well done. Coming up for that little counter stretch. Beautiful job. And we're going to come on to an all fours position. So if you're not happy on your knees, pad your knees really well. You can do this kind of on an elevated surface. So we're going to come onto all fours, and I want you to find that flat back position. So you're not dipping in the belly, but you're thinking about drawing the belly in and up, pressing the ground away, knees underneath the hip bones, hands underneath the shoulders, and just finding that really active flat back position. And then all we're going to do is extend away the left leg and slowly extend it towards the wall behind so it lifts up. And you're going to be looking down, not between your hands, slightly ahead of your hands. We're going to hang out here, really drawing the belly in and up. Active glute. If you feel able to, you're going to float your right arm up so that your inner elbow is towards your ear, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and come down. We're going to go on the other side. Again, keeping that lovely drawing the belly in and up, drawing up through the pelvic floor, flat back position, extending away the right leg, pointing your toe towards the wall behind you, so much so that leg lifts up. Hang out here with both hands on the floor if you feel able, pressing into the right hand, float that left arm up and hold. And keep breathing. And slowly lower the arms, lower the leg. From here, we're going to tuck our toes and slowly lift the knees and just hover. If that's not for you, you can come into a nice cat stretch. So either hovering those knees or coming into your cat stretch. You're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees back down one more time. Lift and hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final time. Lift and hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees wide, feet together. Come back into a little child's pose. Resting your head on the floor. If that's not comfortable, keep your hips lifted. You can rest your head on a cushion or anything like that that's comfortable for you. And then coming back to center, I'm going to invite you to either come to a downward dog. So you're going to tuck your toes, lift up and back towards a downward dog, or again, find that cat stretch where you're drawing your belly in and up, looking towards your belly, tucking your tail, and then coming back to that flat back. So you're either working in a downward dog or in a cat stretch. If you're in a downward dog, pedaling through the feet, and then finding stillness, pressing the heels down towards the floor, thinking about the chest traveling towards the thighs. That's it. If you're in your cat stretch, slowly walk your hands towards your knees and come up to standing. If you are in your downward dog, walk your hands towards your feet or your feet to your hands and slowly come up to a standing position. Well done. We're going to find a roll down. We see, quick roll down and then you're done with your day. So roll those shoulders. Take a second if you feel lightheaded or any low blood pressure. You're going to stand tall, head over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, hips over the feet. And if roll downs don't work for you, you can stay with your head nods. Otherwise, soften the chin towards your chest. Let the weight of your head and your shoulders draw you down vertebra by vertebra. You can soften your knees, tuck your tailbone. Find what feels good, stop where you need to, wherever the bottom is for you. Notice if you're still gripping anywhere, maybe you can release through the back of your neck, release the shoulders, gently sway side to side, and then pressing into the feet, engaging the thighs, drawing the belly in and up, slowly rolling up, letting the head and shoulders come up at the very end, bringing your hands to meet up and overhead. And you are done for the day. Well done, everybody.